nobody
Oh,
wants to write the sex scenes. Like
that
it's
is true.
That's
Actually,
Rayne.
Piper likes to write this. I don't
I
actually
don't
like
find
to
it
write
hard.
them, but
real.
Piper
I
likes it.
literally will bookmark it and I'm like, I'll get back to that later. Like I
Right.
keep going with my plot. And I actually sent
Right.
a manuscript to an editor one time where it said write sex scene. She's like, you skipped an entire chapter. I was like, oh shoot. Like
Yeah, no, I don't mind writing them, but I don't enjoy writing big group scenes, but Rain really likes writing those scenes. And I don't write like when there's a lot of people in a scene, like I would prefer one-on-one banter versus like
okay.
all these
I
people
was like, I
and
didn't think you wrote those kind of books.
oh no 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 no
Group
no
scenes. I was
no.
like, hello, friends, and welcome back to the More Than Words podcast, where we go behind the stories to discover the deliciously messy world of romance. I'm your host, Dakota Willink, USA Today bestselling author of Dark Billionaire Romance. And if you've been following me for more than 5 minutes, you probably already know that I absolutely love Christmas. It is my favorite holiday. There's just something magical about the season, the lights, the music, the nostalgia, all the decorations that come along with it. But more so the way that it makes everything feel a little bit warmer and more hopeful. That's why today's guest actually is perfect for our Christmas episode today. Today I'm going to be hosting Piper Rayne, an Amazon Top 100 and USA Today bestselling author duo who believes in soft places to land, big laughs, and unforgettable happily ever afters. Piper turns up the heat and humor, spinning tension, spark, and steam into blush-worthy moments, while Rayne tugs on heartstrings with brotherhood banter and emotional punches that hit when you least expect them. Together, they create stories that feel like family, found or blood, and they stay with readers long after the final page. I've gotten to know this duo pretty well over the past couple of years, and they're two really amazing humans. I'm genuinely excited to have them here for this holiday special. But before I bring them in, I just want to remind everyone to hit that like button. It's very important because it feeds the algorithm, allowing readers and authors like you to find us easier. So that said, let's bring in Piper. All right. So hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Yeah, good.
What are you guys, what are your plans for Christmas?
We're
Um,
hosting my
yeah,
house.
I host.
You're hosting at your house? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I host as well.
Yeah, I do. Well, we do Christmas Eve, but it's more, we just do it with friends. Like it's not like family is
Oh,
all at my mom's house on Christmas Day. My holiday was Thanksgiving. Like I do, everybody comes for that. But given the holiday time, I'm actually, so normally I start everything off with like an icebreaker, something that you're loving and something that you're hating. For me, I'm currently loving like just holiday decor and the twinkling lights everywhere. When I was doing your intro, I was saying to everybody, like anybody who's been following me for more than 5 minutes, they know I'm obsessed with Christmas. So I have six Christmas trees. There's like my whole house is done. It was decorated like I think it was like November 3rd. I had everything
Oh,
up. It was earlier than it normally is. Usually it's middle of November. I just had to get it up early because of time constraints. So, what is something that you are both loving right now?
um,
yeah.
yeah, I'm loving sewing. I've gotten into sewing in the last year, so I sew quilts, I sew my own clothes, I sew all kinds of stuff now.
That's
All
fun.
right, mine's less a thing. Like chia seeds, I'm like becoming obsessed with chia seeds. I don't even understand. And I keep referring it out to like everybody. I'm like, add it to your diet. So yeah, that's my new thing.
Chia seeds. It's funny. I was
Yes.
listening to like a Don Lemon podcast the other morning, and he was eating his like oatmeal with his chia seeds and blueberries. I was like, why is he adding chia seeds to his blueberries and
Right.
oatmeal? But I guess it's a thing.
It is.
Oh, let's see. So then something that you are hating. What's something you're hating right now?
Mm.
Um, I hate anything ASMR. It just drives me nutty. I
Oh
hate
yeah,
it.
definitely.
My
I hate the
daughter.
whispering. I hate the nails on products.
Yeah.
I hate all of it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate the fact that I have to wear coats now. I hate coats, even though I
Yes.
live in Chicago. So it's like, but I don't know why I hate coats. I don't.
Yeah,
I
well,
hate driving with them and like
I hate shoes. Like,
oh, I do hate real shoes.
yeah,
They're
I'm
not
like,
real
just give me
shoes,
my
but
flip-flops. I'm like, you're
right.
just now I gotta have my toes all scrunched up for the next 6 months.
Right. And
And
I'm a
then,
huge like mule person too, right? So I can't wear mules. Like I'm like, oh, I have to get like real
oh,
shoes.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, honestly, what I'm currently hating right now is social media algorithms. I just hate being at the mercy of them. Like it's
Yeah.
driving me like bananas, I feel like the last like few days, but that's my current
Oh, yes, for sure. Hmm.
So we talked about what you do for the holidays, but what does your house look like? Like how do you decorate? What do you do for it?
We put up, my daughter and I just put up our tree this past weekend, I guess. My husband has this like rule, if we'll call it. He doesn't like anything up before we call it Remembrance Day. You guys would call it Veterans Day. He thinks it's like, we do not shift into Christmas. It's disrespectful, like until after, Remembrance Day. So
For
come
those
November
who don't, hang
12th.
on, I'm going to interrupt you for seconds. For
Yeah.
those who don't know, she's from Canada, just outside
Yes.
Toronto. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's what she's
So
asking, guys. So go ahead.
yeah. So we always wait till then. So my daughter and I put the Christmas tree up. I have a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll be honest, as I get older, I was just saying to my friends last night, I was like if my daughter said like, "Can I put them up on my own?" and didn't like want to do it together, I really wouldn't be heartbroken. I would be like, "Sure." Because it's like you put all the stuff out and then like 6 weeks later, it's like you put it all back away. So I like having it out. I don't like the process of like putting it out and then having to put it away. But I love having it up, and I wish we could have it up longer, you
Yeah,
know,
it's gonna
through the
stink for
year.
us this year because normally I leave it up until about a week after New Year's, but we're taking it
Mhm.
all down the day after Christmas
Mm.
because we're leaving to go on a cruise for like a New Year's cruise with my kids on the
Yeah,
27th. And I don't want to come home. We come
yeah,
home January 4th, and then we're going to be going through a kitchen remodel. There's like all kinds of insanity in January that I'm like, I can't be dealing with Christmas takedown
yeah.
when we
Right.
get back. So it's gonna really suck on December
Oh,
22nd
Mhm.
or just 26th, I should say.
God. Mhm.
How do
Oh,
you do?
we actually do real Christmas trees. So we cut it down ourselves and everything. So ours won't be up until after Thanksgiving.
You
So
do
we'll probably do that
Christmas
like the week
vacation
after
like Chevy Chase?
Thanksgiving.
You
We
cut
do.
it
I mean,
down.
like it's a little bit less exciting, but we have like tree farms here, right? But you do cut it down yourself. And then we have like one Christmas tree in our family room, and then we pick like an ugly Christmas tree, like one that like nobody would pick, and then we keep that in our family room and we decorate that one like in a different theme, right? So
So that's your Charlie Brown like Christmas tree.
kind of, yeah. Like my daughter and I started a couple years ago, and like, yeah, and that one,
Yeah.
like the family one's more like just all the kids ornaments that they've made over the years. And then this one is like we'll like pick like an actual theme. Like last year was like candy, I think, or something. Yeah,
Put candy on it. And
yeah.
my publicist, her and her kids do that every year. They have like a like it's not I don't know if it's an ugly Christmas tree. I think I
Mhm.
don't know what it but they do something that like they do like a different theme. And I don't what I wonder if she's gonna do with it this year. I haven't even asked her.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um, what do you guys do anything like as a writing duo? Do you exchange any gifts or anything?
We do
Uh,
exchange gifts.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Michelle sends mine usually in the summer after Christmas.
The summer after Christmas?
Right. No, I
Um,
haven't been that far out, I don't think. Maybe one year I was.
but usually we don't actually have like a hard and fast rule, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah. Mhm.
when
See
I
something,
just,
grab it. Yeah.
yeah, basically kind of, yeah, we're not like, okay, let's
Yeah,
exchange
right.
gifts on this day. It's kind of like, you see something, you send it sort of thing.
Yeah, 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 right.
I feel like I've gotten to know you guys really well over the last couple of years, but yeah, I don't know when you started writing together, like the duo. I mean, you probably told me at some point in time, and I just don't remember. How long have you been doing this together?
Since 2016. So we decided to get together in 2016, and our first book came out in 2017. So yeah, so
So it's been a while.
yeah. Hmm.
So, so you have a system down. What do you think are the best and the worst parts of co-writing during the holidays? Do you think that like
Oh, during the
you have
holidays.
like do you have like challenges like during the
Yeah.
holiday time? I know
Hmm.
I have challenges by myself. I can't
Right.
imagine.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've been better about trying not to book things over Christmas, because we're so busy, but that doesn't always work out because I think we're gonna be working over Christmas this year a
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
every year we're like, we're not writing in December. You know what I mean? But we're writing in December. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're writing in December.
I mean, I
So
don't think we have any writing deadlines in December, so that's good
No.
at
Yeah.
least. But we do have one right after.
Yeah.
it's so crazy. We're all of us, most of us anyways. Like, I mean, yeah, there are like some, the publishing deals, but for the most part, everyone's like, I have a deadline, I have a deadline. And then I always have to like remind myself it's a self-imposed deadline. I can move it whenever I
Mhm.
want, like if I need to.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm always killing myself around the holidays that I finally just said I'm never releasing a book in November and December again, or even
Yeah.
January,
Mhm.
because it just ruins everything. Like you're just so because my first book I released it. This is when I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, okay, it's done, publish. Like I think it was December 27th. And then all of a sudden it was this scramble, like now what do I do? I had to figure out everything. Then
Mhm.
the second book came out the following December. I think it was like this, I don't know, the 17th or something like that. And then again, Christmas was like ruined because I was like running around like crazy. Then the
Mhm.
next one, I did it again. I did it in January. And then I did two more books. They were January and February. And after I did that, because like that was when I had like an audiobook coming out simultaneously. By the time I got to like book 4 and 5, I was like, okay, now I kind of know what I got to do. But then
Yeah.
I'm proofing. I had to leave my mom's on like we were over there for sometime it was between Christmas and New Year's, and I had to get the audiobook proofed because it had to be in the ACX, the upload platform, by a certain because that was when you had to have it in like 30 days
Yeah.
before. So
Mhm.
I was like, I have to get this proofed tonight, and we had to like leave. I was trying to like it was I'm like, why am I doing this? I did this to myself. I did not have to set these
All
dates.
right.
So now I don't do it anymore. Now I'm like
Yeah.
I release in like April, May, like when I can just relax. Yeah.
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 I feel like that is a difficulty when it's like a duo because well, we're both like number one responsibility on like the Clifton strengths, right? So like I feel like if we have that deadline, like I would, if I was by myself, like I don't think Piper would, but I would probably be like, oh, I'll just reschedule it. I'll just push that off, right? But
Yeah.
since I know like I have her to like, like I guess, she's depending on me too, I'll get it done. Whereas Piper, I feel like she would stick to that deadline no matter what. Like she would never
Yeah.
detour off of it, right? Like that's
So
the
hey, so
difference in
you
our
have
personalities.
so when you talk about yourselves, it's very funny when you're like Piper would do this and Rayne wouldn't do that. Which one's Piper and which one's Rayne?
I'm Piper.
You're
Yeah,
Piper, and
and
then
I'm
you're the
Rain.
Rayne one. Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so because I'm like I always get them like confused because I just know like, it's
Right.
like your real name. So
Yeah, you're like Ella Michelle. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I love Michelle, like, but I don't know like which one's Piper, which one's the
Yeah.
Rayne.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me though too, this time of year has been extra crazy because we decided to get Buffalo Bills season tickets.
Mm,
And the whole schedule was like front loaded for the home games, and it
yeah.
got us really behind in the fall on all of our fall stuff. So, late November, early December, we're still not done. My husband was behind putting up all the Christmas decorations like on the outside of the house. And then for him too, that he's originally from Seattle, so everything got extra screwed up in like September, October in our fall because the Mariners were
Hmm.
in it was so whatever their playoffs are, it's not their whatever is before
World
the World
Series. Oh,
Series.
the ALCS. Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
is it called?
The ALCS. Like, sorry, not sorry, because obviously I agree for the
Yes,
Blue
I know. We almost went to
Jays.
Toronto, like to go when they were playing like the Blue Jays, because again, Toronto's like 2 hours from me. So like that kind of screwed everything all up too. So it was another thing too when I was like thinking of like this episode and how I was prepping and like, okay, how am I going to bring in because you have a baseball book coming up? How am I going to tie baseball into Christmas? And then I was like, oh, actually, I know because it literally ruined all of my Christmas decoration plans. Like this will be easy. So yeah, so that all said, you guys have a baseball romance coming up in February. It's releasing. Can you tell me like what inspired that? Like, did it have anything to do with all of this World Series hype that's going on?
Uh, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, we already had it planned, obviously, beforehand. We did hockey, so we have this world in Chicago. It's like the same condo building, and there's a bar on the bottom, and the bar owner's like a big part of it. So we started with football, and we had three football players, the Grizzlies, and it was like named like the Den. And then we had four hockey players come into that same building. and then it was called The Nest. And so like this is like so some baseball players kind of trickled into the Nest stories. So then we thought it was a natural progression to write baseball next. So and we hadn't done baseball yet, so we're like, that's perfect.
I wonder if you're going to
So
start a
now
new
it's
trend.
yeah. Yeah, so
Hockey was
that's
like
now it's
all the
called the
rage for
dugout.
a while,
Yeah.
so we'll see if baseball
Right.
ends up becoming like the new trend.
It will be interesting. Yeah.
So, was there anything in particular that inspired it, or was it just you're just building off your existing world?
Yeah,
Any
I think we were
trigger?
building, but I will say that Michelle's son plays like a higher level of baseball too. So she's like
Mhm.
deep in the baseball world.
I know,
Um,
unfortunately.
that
And plus, we
actually
had a
probably made
character,
your
like a second generation character that kind of has trickled in, and he plays baseball. So I feel like that
Yeah.
also was part of it. Yeah.
that had to make your writing, like the research part, so much easier too. Like
I
I
don't know. I
have
feel like I still made mistakes. And
did
like
you?
Piper would be like, I think that it's, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean?
I had like a friend, I won't say who it is. She was writing a football romance and she's like, "Yeah, I've never watched a football game." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, so she was asking me questions and this and that. Like, I don't like I know football, but I don't like know football to like say like so I ended up having to say like I had to ask my husband like a bunch of questions like what is this and what is that to answer her because it was I'm like, "You're crazy. I can't believe you're writing football and you don't know anything about football." But there was another one, Christy Bromberg, oh God, she had an example of oh something she was writing some and she gets like really like frustrated when she's reading other sports romance and people don't know like the terminology. And I'm trying to remember the
Mhm.
example that she gave me when we were talking about it. It's in the episode with her. I don't remember, but it basically somebody was calling it like instead of saying like it was like a goal like in hockey it was they called it something else or it was something
Oh,
all wrong
right.
and she was reading it and it's like so that's like it goes back to like the research and just making sure you're saying
Mhm.
things the right
Yeah.
way is like
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
important. Can you give us any like sneak peeks about that for anybody who's like read the other stuff
Mhm.
like going into it?
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I think.
Sneak peeks. I mean, if they've read our other stuff, I mean, they'll see more of Ruby, who's the bar owner. That's one
Mhm.
thing. Do you want to do anything with the specific characters? Mhm.
I'm trying to think of what wouldn't be super spoilery at this point.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
kind
if they
of
are a fan of ours, I mean, like the one player that I was talking about was Easton Bailey. So he's like, Bailey's was our big family series in Alaska. So he is now part of this world. So he is now, and so he was the child of like our first book in the Baileys. And so he'll have his own book. So that's like kind of a little spoilery and a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
oh okay, all right, all
Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
So the other thing too, like, and I had already seen these covers, but I didn't realize this was the book you were going to want to talk about. Um, so looking at cover trends for 2026, this cover, I love it, by the way. It's got a very vintage vibe. How do you think cover trends might be changing into next year? Because I feel like this is very different for you, like this style cover.
Hmm.
And I'm
Mhm.
wondering if you're spotting any sort of like trend in like how covers are shifting. I'm always interested to hear what
Yeah.
people have to say about it because I don't know. I don't really chase trends. I chase clicks. Like I do
Mhm.
cover testing in Facebook. It's like what's the most clicky and that's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention
Hmm.
to them. So I'm always like interested to hear what like authors have to say
Mhm.
about trends.
Hmm. You want to take
Yeah,
it?
I wish, I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to be just a continuation of the trend that's currently happening, which is like less real people in photography on covers
Mhm.
and for sort of like typography covers and things like that, probably. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
was looking last week. I haven't really seen anything new personally pop up that seems to be getting traction, but
Mhm.
I
I
don't know.
haven't seen like I feel like people like there's some authors that are still getting away with people, but for the
Yeah.
most part, I feel like
Mhm.
there's been like a massive shift. I've never been able to put people on my covers. I've tried
Mhm.
so many times and the sales just tank. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm branded with objects.
Right.
I can't deviate. I
Right.
do wonder if I did it wasn't actually illustrated. It's more like clip arty. I don't know. It was a special edition for my Stone
Mhm.
books and those did really well. Like at Readers Take Denver and Book Bonanza, those sold really really well when I was
Mhm.
there. But they don't sell out of my store. They don't sell like it's weird. Like they do really good at signings. I
Mhm.
don't really know like what I don't know what drives readers like to buy
Mhm.
when it
Right.
comes to like covers. I don't know. So just like your covers in general though, like so just like over the years, do you give like a lot of direction to your designers on how the covers like how you want them to look?
I would say in general, no.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree.
You
I feel
release
like,
a
first of
lot,
all,
so
we're
that's why
really
I'm just
bad at
because
explaining. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
labor intensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like most of the people we've been working with for a long time, and we'll kind of be like, sometimes we might have an idea,
Mhm.
Right.
but we'll sort of be like, usually more than anything, maybe we'd give them author comps. Like it needs to look like it fits in these people's books. If you were looking on a
Yeah.
store shelf, like it needs to like not be like, whoa, like stand out too much.
Mhm.
And mostly like they send it to us and we're like, good, great, thanks. Like we might
And
have one
Yeah, I
tweak.
feel like it was easier when it was like model photography.
Yes.
Like that was easier, right? Like we picked the picture, right? So then we knew that that was the couple that we were portraying as them. So like they just really, I mean, they were doing art with like, the colors and what they were good at, right? That we're not good at. So,
yeah.
and now I don't know, I guess, yeah. And we're both really kind of bad at explaining what we want, I feel like sometimes. So it's
Yeah.
easier just to let them do what they feel is the best.
And yeah, I mean, actually, now that you say that, I guess some cover models would be easier because you just pick with the picture and then they just design around that.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
they're literally
Mhm.
starting from scratch in most cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
mean, now we might
I
give them
do
a
my own
pose,
covers.
but yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went to school
Hmm.
for graphic design, so I have like, well, initially I didn't finish. I ended up getting a business degree. I switched, but I had like the background for it. I just
Yeah.
basically had to learn new Photoshop really when I started all of this. So I'm always interested on like the design process for other authors when they're having to work with cover designers.
Mhm.
Because I don't. I did once, and then because I'm like, oh well, somebody else will be better than I am with all of this. And she would send me something, and then I'd be like, well, how about this? And I would like tweak it. And it finally got to a point, she's like, why aren't you just designing this yourself? I was like, okay, I guess you're right. So like I was paying all this
Right.
money and it was kind of silly. Um, but so I was just going to tell everybody we do have a giveaway. It's going to be linked in the episode description. And the Piper Rayne Duo is going to be giving away Chasing Home, and I'm going to be giving a Christmas book away, Yuletide Temptations. And I do have a bunch of reader questions that were submitted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're gonna go through those. Yeah, they submitted them through the newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, that is also linked in the in the description because that's how readers send in their questions through the newsletter and then also through like a question link. It's either way. Um, anyway, so but before we continue, I just want to remind everyone to smash the like button to help the visibility. Remember those algorithms I was complaining about? Okay, here we go. I have the questions. I just had to pull them up. All right, so I have Harper from Portland, Oregon. She wants to know what is the hardest scene to co-write? Is it the emotional, the funny, or the spicy?
Oh, I don't
Hmm.
think we've ever had that question,
I know.
Oh,
actually.
I like it.
I get
Um,
some good ones through this forum.
Yeah.
It's been
hmm.
fun, yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think any is any more difficult than another. I think it's like really in the sense that like of co-writing, I would say different scenes are easier for each of us just individually, but then the other person's going to be revising the scene. So, um, that's going to elevate something that like we don't personally love to write. But as far as like writing together, I don't think there's any, for me, I can't think of like any one particular thing that's more difficult than the other.
Yeah, I feel like because of our writing process where one comes behind the other, I feel like, and we know our strengths. I feel like we each know our strengths. So
Mhm.
like, I feel like we capitalize on that, right? Like the second person coming in will capitalize on what the first person did. And then,
Mhm.
That's so interesting. 'Cause every author, when people ask like, what is like the hardest thing for you to write? Because I've had other authors, people, other readers have asked that question, and authors are always like the sex scenes. Like nobody
oh,
wants to write the sex scenes. Like
that
it,
is true.
That's
Actually,
Rayne.
Piper likes to write this. I don't
I
actually
don't
like
find
to
it
write
hard.
them, but
real,
Piper
I
likes it.
literally will bookmark it and I'm like, I'll get back to that later. Like
Right.
I keep going with my plot. And I actually sent
Right.
a manuscript to an editor one time where it said write sex scene. She's like, you skipped skipped an entire chapter. I was like, oh, shoot. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't mind writing them, but I don't enjoy writing big group scenes, but Rain really likes writing those scenes. And I don't write like when there's a lot of people in a scene, like I would prefer one-on-one banter versus like
okay.
all these
I was
people
like, I
and
didn't think you wrote those kind of books.
oh no.
Group scenes. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, back up.
Not
Like,
that kind
No,
of
no, no. Like the locker room scenes for the
yeah, like a locker, yeah, where there's like
okay, a lot of
lots of
people
people
in the
to
scene.
keep track of and
Okay.
Yeah.
making sure, you know, you don't drop one character off and forget that they were even in the room, you know, like to be kind of, so I'd much rather like a one-on-one banter scene to write that, but Rain really like shines and enjoys, I think, writing the larger group scenes.
I
Yeah.
find that I like writing larger group scenes, but I find it challenging because I tend to write to audio.
Mhm.
I don't, I think it's because I'm an audiobook listener and I always think to myself, how is this going to translate into audio? And when you're writing a group scene, too many dialogue tags can
Oh,
be,
right.
Yeah.
not, they just don't sound good. So you have to like be really creative in the way you're phrasing the
Yes.
sentence so
And
that it
actually, when you say that, I do that also, and that's
Yeah.
probably why I don't enjoy. And even when I revise, I'm always thinking about audio,
Mhm.
and so maybe that's why I don't like writing them. Actually,
Yeah, 'cause that's where the challenge comes in. Like I said, I
Mhm.
don't mind writing them, or they
Mhm.
tend to be fun actually.
Mhm.
But it's when you have to think about the audio, that's when you're
Yeah.
like, "Ugh, can I just take this person out of here? Can I have them leave the room?" I actually just did that
Mhm.
recently. So I had
Oh,
three people in something, and I'm like, you know what? This is just not adding anything. We're gonna make her have a phone call and she has to leave because
Right.
it wasn't necessary. And I'm like, I can have her like enter later on. Like I don't
Yeah.
need to have
Yeah.
her for this whole section. Because it was an audio thing. I'm like,
Mhm.
I just didn't think I wanted because it was the male's point of view. So he was going
Mhm.
to have to do two female voices in that throughout,
Right.
like carry
oh,
that whole thing. And I'm like,
Mhm.
this is not, and I already know who the narrator is, and he's got a good female voice, but I
Yeah.
know, like as a listener,
Mhm.
if it gets crossed in any way, it can get
Yeah.
confusing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of her so we don't run into a problem there.
Mhm.
So, all right. So then I have Marissa from Winnipeg, Manitoba, so up north of the border.
Yeah.
She said, if you could set your next romance book in any winter destination, where would it be?
Oh,
I know. I
winter.
would say Switzerland because I love Switzerland. It's beautiful.
geez.
I don't know. Well,
I
my
always feel
first.
like we should do a Canadian. I always feel like we should do like something in Canada. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't had a book set in Canada yet?
No.
Why? Really? That's you. Well, one of you lives there.
Right.
I know, but I live like in the city, so it's like
Yeah.
I could live in Chicago and it'd be like the same, you know?
Yeah, that is true. And when we're in Toronto, it's not much. I feel like
Yeah.
Right.
another big.
So, I don't know. I mean, the first thing that came to my head was Maine. It's not like a winter
Mhm.
destination, although they, you know, get rough winters.
Mhm.
But I don't know. What about you, Rain?
Yeah, I really honestly I don't know. Like we did Alaska and stuff, so that was like
That's what I was thinking. I was like, we wrote like 30 books in Alaska, so we can't
and
say
we
that.
have one coming in Maine, right? Like
Mhm.
soon. Not
Have
this
either
a
of you
little
ever been to
spoiler.
Alaska?
I have. My
Okay.
uncle lives there and my cousins. Hmm.
I was just there
Mhm.
for the first time in September, and yeah, I really wanted to see the Northern Lights, but it was cloudy. I think I told you that the other day,
Oh,
actually. We were
yes,
talking
right.
about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I was like,
Right.
oh, I never got to see them. And then they were like all over, and I was supposed to see them here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Yeah,
Buffalo,
because I
and then
saw,
it was
yeah.
cloudy. No, we didn't get to
Oh,
see them then either.
Oh, I mean, we only got it through like our phone, right? Like you're looking through your phone
yeah.
The universe
a
is
little
working
bit, but
against me. Yeah, they just don't want me to see these things. It was like a bucket list thing. I went all the way to Alaska for this,
oh,
and it was supposed to be the time of year, like the week we went was supposed to be the highest point, but it was cloudy. The weather was bad. So,
Oh,
yeah, so
you
I
need to get
never.
up to Norway or Finland or something.
yeah.
I can do that. I don't know. That's another bucket list thing. Right now, we're on this how many countries can I visit before I die thing. So
Oh,
trying
okay.
to not to hit like repeat ones. So like
Right.
I've been to like 18 so far. So
Oh,
no, that's a lie. 21. That's a lie. Just to be
Awesome.
oh,
added to
that's
it later.
awesome. Yeah.
That's I feel like my kids when they stop becoming expensive, because
Hmm.
like we paid for like private high schools and all their activities. My son rode crew, my daughter was a dancer, and
Hmm.
all of a sudden, like they graduated high school and I became like $40,000 richer in like a year. And I was like, what are we doing?
I
So we just started traveling. Yeah.
know.
Kids are so expensive.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, so now we have, oh, another one from Canada. This is from Fiona from Calgary. She said, which half of Piper Rayne is more likely to be on the naughty list?
Oh, I would say probably me.
That
My
wasn't even like
attitude,
a
right?
thought.
Your attitude.
I bite my tongue. I probably had to bite my tongue more than Rain does, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
Well, Rayne,
probably.
you're
I'm
so
not
like
sure.
chill. You're always calm.
I,
Yeah, yeah, Piper, you definitely have more of this the sass. I will
yes, yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But I say that lovingly.
No,
Right.
I accept it. I accept it.
All right. So we have Natalie from Detroit, Michigan. She said, "Do you have any holiday romance books that I should read?"
Oh yeah, we just released our fourth and kind of the same role, but they're definitely independent of each other, right? So they're like we just did You'll Be Mine, right? I have that right? Yeah.
You have a lot of books. How many books do you actually have? So to be fair, like for you to forget a title, it's not.
Yeah, I think we're at close to 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Through
we should
all
count.
the pen names, yeah.
Yeah, we have other pen names. So yeah. But yeah, so we
Do
just
you
released
want to
You'll Be
talk about
Mine.
the other pen name for like a second? I know you said you're going to let it like die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's all right.
No, I guess I'll just say like if you prefer darker, steamier romance, you can check out our P Rain titles.
Yeah.
Rain
Sure.
titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then moving on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah,
And
so we
then
just released You'll Be Mine, and then there's like Single and Ready to Jingle, Closet Effect, and Merry Christmas. And they're all kind of loosely in the same roles, but definitely independent of each other. Mhm.
I have Wishing Stone, which is book four in a saga. You don't, I mean, I suppose you didn't have to read the rest of it because it's kind of like a bridge, but it would be very helpful if you read like the first three
Right.
books. And then I did the book that I'm going to do in the giveaway, which is called Yuletide Temptations. That was just, it was actually something I had to do really fast for a charity anthology a couple of years ago. So I kind of just repurposed another scene from a book and added to it and changed. So it might sound familiar to some people because of the way
Mhm.
it's like a short novella for a charity. I had like 2 weeks I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
write that fast. So I'm like, I can't write something brand spanking new in 2 weeks. And so I ended up repurposing it. So I just tell everybody like, hey, this might sound familiar because it's from here. But
Right.
that's actually part of the giveaway. I wanted to write something this year, but that would have put me behind on my deadline for the next one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't have a writing partner to like hold me accountable. Um, so that said, there were a few other questions, but they're kind of like just basically repeats of existing. They're kind of like rephrased a little bit. So, do you have anything else that you guys want to talk about? Um,
Should we talk no, I think the only other thing I would mention is for the hockey romance fans is that our Nest series is a full cast series and readers really seem to be enjoying that. That's our first full cast narration that we've done before.
oh,
So
fun. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that went really well. And readers seem to be enjoying it. And our baseball series coming out. We haven't announced who the narrators are, but that will also be full cast. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I always like I haven't done the full cast. I've just been doing just the dual narration, and I thought about doing the duet narration for this series, and then
Mhm.
I don't know why. I like when I was going through like the conversations with the narrators, it never even like occurred to me to
Yeah.
start talking about it. I was like, oh, they're already recording, and I completely
Mhm.
forgot I wanted to do it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
the full cast is fun. I'm seeing that like
Mhm.
more and more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Before we do our unpopular opinions, I did want to just go back to like the holiday thing for like a minute. Do you
Mhm.
guys have any favorite holiday recipes or like foods that you eat or make during the holidays?
Well, those who know me know I don't like to spend any time in the kitchen cooking. So I like when my daughter makes my grandmother's chocolate chip cookie recipe,
Mhm.
and she always makes me a big giant batch for Christmas. And so I like to eat those. I don't make them, but I like that she makes them.
But that's good that they're your grandma, so it's like a recipe
Mhm.
that'll be
I
passed
don't even
down.
know
So
the
it skipped
recipe.
you, it
Like
skipped you, but at least your daughter has it.
my mom wouldn't pass the recipe down to me because of my dislike. She gave it to my daughter. I don't even know what it is. I
Oh
couldn't even
my.
make it if I wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, for us it's the same thing with Christmas cookies, but it is like something we've always done. Like we used to make them with my grandma, now then my mom, and then now like my kids are into it, right? And there's like a day, and we make like six different Christmas cookies, right? So,
I make so many now. It's and then we
um,
pass them out to all the family. So
right.
we had
Mhm.
so there's my mom makes a bunch and then we started to like split them because we were
Oh,
some
that's good.
making some
Yeah.
where they were same that I was making. So now she's, taking over like doing some and then I do the other ones. But the ones that I ended up taking on that were my grandma's were she does the cucciadati, the Italian fig cookies.
Mhm.
And then the pizzelles. So she gave me now my grandma's she's in an assisted living. She doesn't make them anymore. So she gave me her grinder. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta buy a new grinder. I
Oh,
am not using this thing from 1950s this year. I'm so sick of cleaning it. It's like, I mean, the stuff you have to do to like pull this thing apart. It's such a challenge. I gotta buy a grinder. Because you gotta grind the figs and like all this stuff.
oh, right.
And now I've taught my daughter how to do it. So when she is in town, I'm like, you're making the coochie
Mhm.
daddy, but I have to tell her I'm gonna get a new grinder. I have to mess with that thing. That just reminded me because I have to make these cookies
Right.
this week actually and get them all out. Okay. So final thoughts. What is your unpopular opinion right now?
Uh, Mine is cats over dogs always.
Oh no, there's my
I knew
baby.
you'd
One of
get.
my
I knew you'd
babies
get.
is sleeping right over there. I have three of them. They actually were really good in this episode. Normally, like they're always interrupting and being they're being
Right, right.
Okay, I'm so sorry if you can hear my printer. Somebody in my house just started printing
No,
something.
I didn't
Sorry.
hear it. No.
Uh, okay, so my love triangles, I said, well, there's two things. I had two things because I had to think of some, right? So first, I love triangles. I feel like they get like hated so much, in romance world. And Piper and I always argue about them because I love them and she doesn't really care for them either. And
Mhm.
my other thing is nights in. Like I would love to have a night in with my friends here, right? Like dinner and things and going out to a restaurant for sure.
Oh,
Mm.
I don't think that's unpopular at
Yeah,
all. Since
right.
COVID, I'm like, come
Oh,
to my house. I'll
right.
entertain all day long if it means I don't have to leave. Like
Right.
that's just how
I will entertain all day long if it means I don't have to cook.
Right,
yeah,
that's
just
true.
no
Right. Yes.
cooking for you. No, for me, I love, a nice glass of wine, but I think mulled spiced wine is the most overrated thing ever. It's disgusting.
Mm.
Right.
I'd much
I
prefer
don't
like
even
a
drink
nice.
wine, so I have no opinion on this.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I feel like it's like a hot wine. I don't know. It's kind of a little burny in my throat. I just
Mm.
don't care for. I'd much prefer like
Yeah.
a nice spiked like apple cider, like a hot
Mm,
apple cider.
yeah.
That's delicious. We've been doing them like at the Bills games when we were tailgating because we're freezing out there, all bundled up, doing like the mulled spice cider. So yeah, so we're doing those ones instead of the wine because it's just, I don't know. I think it's
Mhm.
overrated. But everybody loves it. And I'm like, ugh. Anyways, so that's my unpopular opinion. So that said, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and thank you for being here with me. If you want to know anything else about me or Piper Rayne, the links to follow them are in the episode description as well as a link to the giveaway. So don't forget about that. And then one last time, please hit the like button and subscribe so that other people can find us easier. And I think that's it. Like I said, unless you
Wonderful.
ladies got anything else to
Okay.
add.
No, thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
All right, this has been fun. And then I will talk to you soon.
Yes.
All
All right.
right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into the More Than Words podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and consider sharing it with your friends so more people can find us. The more people we have listening, the more fun we can have on our shows. And most of all, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting authors everywhere. Thanks and happy reading.